Hello and welcome to the More Free Time Portland podcast. Do you feel like there's just not enough time in your day? Overwhelmed with all the responsibilities of life? This podcast was designed to give you practical tools and resources to not only get more free time, but to help you thrive as a mom, wife, and busy professional and help you win back your day. If you're receiving tons of value from this podcast, subscribe, rate, and review so that we can help more people like you. Now, on to the show with me, your host, Ashley Whaley. Hello and welcome. I am so happy you are here. Today we are talking about why it is important to have your home on a cleaning routine. Very exciting stuff. I know. I love routine. I love cleaning, so it's exciting to me. And if you're here listening, hopefully it is exciting for you as well. So we have been following this routine for quite some time now, and it has truly brought so much peace into our home and freed up a lot of mental space that can sometimes feel bogged down because there are always chores to do. There's always chores to do. And so I just really needed to simplify the chores and the house tasks. So I am a mom of 2 kids, a business owner, and most importantly, a wife to my rock star husband. And in speaking with a ton of other mamas out there, I have come across a pattern that seems to be pretty universal across the board. There is just not enough time in a day, right? Oh my gosh, if we could just have a little bit more time, we could just get so much more done. But unfortunately, we all get the same 24 hours, so figuring out a way to maximize that time is what we're all after, right? So I'm hoping I can add some value there for you guys today and hopefully get a little bit of that time back for you. So, girlfriend, I hear you. When it comes to chores, I hear you, sister, loud and clear. I was in the same boat, and although the system that I've created isn't perfect, it surely does give a nice foundation to keep things in order, and it gives a great landing place to fall back to when things go haywire and just don't get done, because we all have those days where it's like, you know what? I am not doing this right now. So it's all good. But like I said, the system is simple, but it's not perfect. So give yourself some grace along the way. So first things first, pick a day of the week to deep clean your house. And for some of you, that might seem crazy, like pick a day of the week to deep clean my house. I don't have time to do that. Well, hopefully the system here will help you kind of break down and it won't seem as overwhelming. But if you do not have time to clean your house, hire somebody, ask for help. We are here in the Portland, Oregon market, and we own a residential cleaning company. So if you need some help with your home cleaning, please reach out. We are happy to help, and you can find us at morefreetimecleaning.com. Shout out to More Free Time Cleaning. Anywho, you can totally do it yourself though, especially finding or following this simple system. It totally works for me, and I believe that it can work for you as well. So for me, having a day of the week that we choose to clean, it just brings so much peace knowing that things are at least clean and disinfected, where if things get messy or at the end of the day it looks like a tornado has ran through my house, oh my goodness, I love my children so much, but they are just little tornadoes sometimes. They're like beautiful, sweet little tornadoes, but they're tornadoes. Let's be honest, kids can make messes really quickly. So at least I know that the floors are clean and the toilets are scrubbed, and it's okay if it gets messy because I'm going to, put everything back in order at the end of the day. But I just like that peace of mind knowing that things are clean. And if it gets messy, it just kind of is what it is, right? So for a deep cleaning, what that looks like, and I'll kind of break that down for you here, is we choose Monday. So Monday is our deep cleaning day, and that is the day that I just tackle the cleaning full force. It takes me about 2 hours to clean, and I'll kind of break down what that looks like. So for the kitchen, I will wipe and disinfect our counters, our sink, and our microwave, and then I'll also dust down any counter objects and wipe underneath. I know I'm assuming most of you probably have stuff sitting on your counter, and let's just think about a toaster, for example, right? Like the toaster's sitting there, it's toasting your toast. Well, there's just like crumbs and stuff that build up underneath the toaster. So pick up the toaster, wipe underneath the toaster. It doesn't take very long, but that little extra step goes a long way. And then it's that same mentality for anything else that might be sitting on your kitchen counters. So, and then I like to shine everything up. So like I'll shine up the outside of the toaster. I will, shine up our bowls that are sitting out. And I just like to, really make things look shiny and clean. And then I also, here's a special little tip, is I like to do the eye level test. So some of us have those countertops that can be a little bit deceiving. And so I will get down to eye level with the counter, and I will look to see if I missed anything, because sometimes you can't see what you've missed until you get at eye level. So that's a simple little cleaning tip and trick there for you. So outside of that, I will also shine up our stainless steel. So I love to use just a little bit of orange glow. There's some other great stainless steel products out there, but a little bit of orange glow, you just, spray a small amount onto a paper towel. And you don't want too much because you don't want it to be too oily and too greasy, but it does a great job of shining up stainless steel. And then I will wipe down the stove. So we have an old school stove, and sometimes, throughout, quarterly, I'll do a real deep scrub down on my stove. But because I'm cleaning weekly, it's really easy for me just to wipe it down, shine it up, disinfect it, and get on my merry little way. So that's the kitchen. Moving on to bathrooms, I will scrub, disinfect the sink, counter, and toilets. I will scrub down the shower and the tub and wipe underneath all of the product bottles. There's oftentimes, like underneath your shampoo, for example, there'll be like a little ring of film that will build up. So I like to wipe underneath all of the products, and then I also like to wipe down the outside of the bottles and then face the labels forward, because it just looks pretty and nice, and who doesn't like things that look pretty and nice, right? So that's, kind of what the bathroom looks like. And then I will also shine up the mirror, and then I will also dust any items. So for example, if there's a shelf or home decor that you have in your bathroom, or if you have one of those cute little toilet paper roll holders. That's the word and the combination I was looking for. If you have one of those, like on the base, it gets dusty. So I'll dust that down and just make it all look shiny and new. So that is the bathroom. And then for the bedrooms and main living space, I will do a full dusting of the furniture, home decor. I will empty all of the trash and recycling. And just to back up to dusting, so I love to use a feather duster, and then I will also take a rag, like a microfiber rag, and I'll spray it down a little bit so it gets a little bit damp, and I will use a little bit of Murphy's oil soap mixed with water. It's a great combination. It shines things up. It's nice and green, so it's not harsh chemical. And I'll use that because sometimes you need a little bit of extra outside of the duster, especially for, fingerprints and coffee cup rings and all of those things that can sometimes be on our tables that need dusting, but they also need shining. So there's a pro tip there for you. Back to emptying all trash and recycling. So I'll do that throughout the home. And then we always replace the trash cans with a nice liner, because it just looks good and it's so much easier to take the trash out when there's a little bag in there. And then recycling, shout out to those of you that recycle. I grew up recycling. I've always been a recycler. My grandfather he worked for Weyerhaeuser for years and years and years. So recycling has been instilled into my family's values. So we recycle and we believe in recycling. So recycle, do your part for Mother Earth. Yes, please, and thank you. And then we vacuum and sweep and mop all the floors, including the rugs. So we recently invested into a Dyson vacuum, and it's a cordless, and oh my goodness, if you guys can invest in one and make that happen for you, if you don't have one already, it has been a game changer. It saves so much time. It does such a great job, and our 6-year-old uses it and loves it, and she thinks it's super fun and cool to vacuum. And then she also loves to mop now too. We use a Swiffer wet jet, and it works like a dream. It's awesome. So, so that's it for the cleaning. And if you've got kids, get your kids involved. Give them some of your cleaning tasks and make it fun. Crank up the music. Cleaning, by the way, is a great workout. So if you're looking for a great workout and you want to get things clean the house. It's awesome. Total win-win. So on to the daily tasks. So of course there are daily tasks that we all need to keep up with. And if you don't, it just piles up and it just becomes so overwhelming. So if there's just a few things here that I do daily, and most of the daily tasks take place at the end of the day. I love, love, love waking up to a clean and tidy home. There's just such a good feeling just to wake up to a nice, fresh, clean home, especially a nice, fresh, clean kitchen. It is the best. Every morning we make our beds. So my husband and I will make our bed, and then the girls make their beds. They have bunk beds. So again, our girls are 6 and almost 4. And so we've taught them, and it's just part of our morning routine to make our beds. And we will tidy up our breakfast mess, and then we will also tidy up our bathroom mess. So that way, we're kind of picking up after ourselves as we go. And then who knows what goes on during the middle of the day, though, because things can get chaotic. That is why we do most of our tidying at the end of the day. And so what that looks like is we will unload and load the dishwasher. We will tidy the kids' toys. We get them involved. Cleaning up is part of our evening routine as well. So the kids will get all of their messes put away, and sometimes we'll make a game of it, like set a timer and see who can go faster. And then I will wipe down the kitchen counters, table, and sink, and just wipe it down, make it look all shiny and clean, and disinfect it. And then I will vacuum the floors. I probably vacuum my floors more than anybody else I know because I love to use the vacuum. It's like one of my favorite things. And I just like fresh, clean floors. We are definitely a shoes off kind of home. We walk around barefoot a lot, and I just don't like stepping on stuff. And then for those of us that are in Oregon, those pesky little ants, they love food that's left on the floor. So I love to just make sure that I'm doing my part in preventing any of that unnecessary ant kind of stuff, because it's no fun for anybody. So, and then last but not least, as a part of our evening routine, is we get our coffee pot ready. Getting our coffee pot ready the night before has been a game changer. So if you guys have an old school coffee pot like we do, we recently got an espresso, but we found that we drink a lot of coffee, and if we drink as much coffee as we would in an espresso, we would need a totally separate budget for our Nespresso, and we're just not quite there yet. So we had to put some boundaries on our Nespresso use. So we went back to our old school coffee pot. For the meantime, we use an espresso as a special treat, but for now, we're old school. We make that, 10-cup pot of coffee and just fill it up, and it's just so nice to wake up to a fresh pot of coffee. It eliminates the hassle of having to make it in the morning and all the clunking and noise, and the last thing we want to do is wake our kids up at 5 a.m. Nobody's got time for that. That is way too early. So get your coffee pot ready the night before. Trust me, it'll change your morning. It'll make it so much better. So that's kind of what our evening and morning routine looks like around tidying and cleaning. And then moving on to the other days of the week. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are our laundry days. We will cover laundry on another day. Laundry is always a hot topic of discussion, but stick to those days. Pick days of the week. Don't do laundry every single day. Nobody's got time for that. It's crazy. Laundry should not rule your life. So stick to whatever days of the week work best for you. We do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And don't do laundry on any other days. I describe this as laundry boundaries. It is totally a thing, and you should totally put some boundaries in place with your laundry. So enough about laundry for now. Moving on to Sundays, which are for bedding. So there are so many health benefits to washing your bedding regularly, and picking a consistent day of the week helps you keep track of when you washed it last, right? Oh man, I have totally been there where it's been like, this is, a long time ago, but I've been like, oh man, when did I wash my bedding last? And now that we do it every Sunday, I look forward to it. I love jumping into bed with a fresh set of sheets. It is one of the best feelings ever. So wash your bedding weekly. It'll be a game changer. And Wednesdays and Fridays, those are grace days. So utilize these days to catch up on any loose ends or tackle a project. You guys, give yourself some grace. It has taken me quite some time to develop this routine, and this is just a blueprint that you can go back to. But use Wednesdays and Fridays as your days of grace. Maybe you don't get all the laundry done that you wanted to get done. Well, no, don't do it on Wednesday or Friday. But maybe, there's something extra that you need to do. Just, again, give yourself some grace, establish what's going to work. And the key is consistency, right? The key is consistency. The more consistent you stay with the home tasks, the easier it will be to maintain. So I hope you found this routine helpful, and feel free to utilize our system or tweak it to make it your own. The key is finding something that works for you and sticking to it. And get your family involved and ask for help. You do not have to do this all on your own, especially if you have older kids. They can definitely pitch in, and you may even find that they enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is so much fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. And if you need help, just let me know. I'm here to help. I've got tons of tips, tons of tricks. So until next time, guys. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. If you found value in this podcast, we'd love it if you would subscribe, rate, and review. And please share it with a friend. We love making friends, so let's please connect on social. You can find me on Instagram at Ashley T. Whaley or our cleaning company at More Free Time Cleaning. Until next time, bye guys.